Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today guys, we're going to be going over how to rank up even when you're hard stuck. So, for those of you out there who just can't seem to climb the ranks, I hope that this video is going to be a little helpful. And if it is, remember guys, I really appreciate it. Leave a like on the video and of course, subscribe for more. So many of you guys keep coming back to watch the content, but I think you're just forgetting to hit that subscribe button. So hopefully you will this time. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. In this video, guys, I will be doing a few things. First, I'll be defining what it means to be hard stuck. Then I'll be telling you what my piece of advice is, the number one piece of advice I give to people who are stuck in a certain rank. And I'll be going over about 4 different reasons for why they might be stuck in that rank. After that, I'm going to explain why what I'm about to say works and why it is the easiest thing to do. But I will qualify that by saying you always have to work on your fundamentals no matter what. Please don't take this as just a gimmick to rank up quick and to hit Radiant. That's not what this video is, okay? This video is about working on your fundamentals always, but I think there is something a lot of people are missing. So, keep your expectations in check. But with that being said, guys, please enjoy. Now, first things first, we have to sort of address the elephant in the room, which is defining what being hard stuck even means, right? And I'm sure a lot of people would look at it in a few different ways, but being hard stuck to me is sort of hitting a plateau in the ranking up process. Meaning you've been at a rank for weeks, you know, if not a month. If you've been at a rank for a week, I wouldn't call it hard stuck. Trust me, guys. A lot of you guys, especially in my comments and in the Discord and stuff, will be like, "Hey, you know, I'm gold 3. I've been in gold 3 for like a week or two." Well, it's like, all right, listen, like you're getting there. You know, you're improving. You came from like silver. You know what I mean? But there are some people out there who have been at one rank for maybe this entire act, 1 or 2 ranks, right? Maybe they fluctuate between 2, like plat 1, plat 2. This is for you guys. I'm not going to say anything that's going to blow your mind, anything super revolutionary. But what I am going to say is some really good advice and advice that works. I remember recently I gave some of this advice. The next day or two, they replied back to me and I'm like, "Hey, I actually ranked up. Like, thank you. I appreciate it." And I was like, yeah, it actually works. So as silly as that sounds, I hope you guys take what I'm about to say to heart and understand that if you are hard stuck, right? If you are someone who has been stuck at a certain rank or between roughly, you know, maybe 2 ranks. So like, you know, gold 1, gold 2, plat 1, plat 2, for a while, please take what I'm about to say seriously and see if you can use this advice as a way to perhaps help you reach that next level. All right, so the number one piece of advice I give to people, the best tip I can give just as like an outsider looking in, as someone being asked that question, is to change things up. Okay, I know, please don't crucify me. You're right, what does that even mean, is what you're asking me, and I will answer. So when I say to change things up, what I'm talking about specifically is for those people who are hard stuck, for the people who are just not ranking up, they're not winning any more games, there are a few things that are probably happening, right? And I think that there are probably a few problems, maybe a few things that might be occurring at your current rank that are not allowing you to rank up anymore. First of all, you've probably hit a plateau with the current agents you use. There must be something going on with the current agents that's just not allowing you to, you know, play to your full potential. Second, they might have hit their plateau with their current mechanical skill. So I'm talking about aim. Maybe their aim is now not as good as they thought it was, and suddenly they're in the mid to bottom tier of aimers for that rank. Or third, maybe they've hit the plateau with their current game sense, right? Maybe their map knowledge, maybe their sort of positioning, all that is no longer sufficient for their rank. Or fourth, maybe the playstyle that they used to get to that rank no longer works. And suddenly they found that they are getting countered every time. Maybe, you know, maybe there was something with their playstyle that worked in lower ranks and now it just doesn't anymore. And they only know one thing, so they keep doing it. Well, you're probably hearing that and you're thinking, okay, well, increasing game sense or mechanical skill, that's doable, but it's going to take some serious time and dedication. And that is where changing things up comes in handy, right? So there's the only options in here that make sense to change like on the fly would be something like your agent and the playstyle. And guess what? You can do both because there are certain agents that work very well with certain playstyles. So let's get into that. Now, before we get to that technical part where I'm going to be going over exactly what you can do, I just want to kind of give my own anecdote here, sort of to qualify what I'm about to say. Because a lot of times people will be like, oh, well, you know, you don't do that. You don't do what you say in your videos. You don't practice what you preach, blah, blah, blah. And I want to say that I actually am. I have stopped playing a lot of Brim recently, and I moved over to Omen. I have felt that I personally, in Immortal 1, had sort of peaked. I would play on a second account, which was like Diamond 2, Diamond 3, and I just wouldn't be able to win the way I wanted to, or play the way I wanted to with Brimstone. But now I'm playing on my main with Omen, and the reason is because I've realized that I am a more aggressive player than what Brimstone allowed me to be. And with Omen's teleport, with his shrouded step, and with his blinds, I am able to get way more aggressive and sort of use my own skills, the things that I just haven't been able to use with Brimstone, that were kind of locked away and hiding and waiting to come out, because I just don't have those options with Brim. So before we get into the next part of the video, I just wanted to say that, like, I actually took this advice I'm about to give to you, and I've used it, and that's the reason I hit Immortal again this season, and that's the reason why I'm going to climb even higher this season, because I did this. I changed the way I played the game and who I played with, and it's allowed me to become a much better player. Okay, so now we can get into how to rank up. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say that there is no fast way. If this doesn't work for you, you have to work on your fundamentals, and I seriously mean that. Everyone should be working on their fundamentals at all times, regardless of what you do. You shouldn't be trying to do like a gimmick to rank yourself up the ladder, but what I want to say is that you need to be working on game sense, economy management, positioning, timings, aim, ability usage, etc. at all times, right? You need to become a better player all around. However, the piece of advice I'm giving here, of course, is referring to if you're being hard stuck and you know you have to work on that stuff, what can you do in the meantime? Well, it's this. So if you find yourself playing a more of a support role or an anchor role, someone like a Sentinel, for example, people like Cypher or Killjoy, maybe you're also playing someone like a Sage. What I tend to recommend for these players is to sort of think and try to analyze, okay, this is how I'm currently playing. Are there ever times where I feel like I would be of better use if I could be more aggressive, if I could push up, maybe if I had a flash or some smokes or something? If that's you, I would highly, highly recommend playing a duelist, playing someone like a Phoenix or a Jet or even a Raze maybe or a Reyna. And the reason for this is because a lot of what people don't realize is they get to a certain rank playing these very, very supportive roles by sort of letting other people flourish and by bringing out the best in your teammates. Well, at some point, you get to a certain level where maybe your team isn't able to do that so much anymore with you playing on a site. So now you have to contribute a little bit more. If that's something you feel like you're seeing, I would highly recommend trying to play a duelist if you've been playing a support role. I recently recommended this to someone and it worked for them. I'm not going to say this is going to work for everybody, but this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say to change things up. If you can change up the agent you're playing and completely flip the playstyle that you've been doing on its head, that is exactly how you test yourself and how you see if you can actually truly become something better, or if it fails, you know you have to work on your fundamentals as a whole, and you just kind of go back to square one in your current rank and you keep grinding and you work on that. But what I am saying here is that you can use this quick change by just changing the agent you're playing and their playstyle as a way to test to see, hey, am I really hard stuck, or is there more? Can I squeeze a little more juice out of this bottle? You know what I mean? That's what I realized with Omen, is that I had a little more to give, and I wasn't at my cap yet, but my agent was actually holding me back. Same thing goes for if you play duelists, and at this point, right, you should realize, okay, if I'm playing duelists like a Phoenix and a Jet and I'm not ranking up anymore, you're probably noticing you're dying a lot first, you're losing a lot of those trades, you're not entry fragging properly, you know, you're dying to operas a lot. Things like that happen to duelists quite a bit. If that's happening to you and you're hard stuck and you're not ranking up, do the exact opposite. Switch over to a support role. Try playing a Cypher or a Killjoy, maybe even playing a Sage, or, you know, an Omen, perhaps. Omen is a nice hybrid, or even a Brimstone for the smokes. You know, a lot of people get too stuck in their role. They say, I am a support player, or I am an entry fragger, and they're like, I have to play these roles. But if you're not in Immortal, or you're not at least Diamond, I would say, like, mix things up. You need to test yourself and see if maybe, just maybe, you know, you're sitting in Plat 2 right now. Well, what if we switch things up? Is there room for me to grow? And if it fails, remember, that's not a bad thing. That just means you know you have to work on those fundamentals more. But to me, this is the best way to figure out, hey, do I have anything left to give in my current rank? Can I get up a little bit higher? Is this really where my skill is at? And by switching the agent you play, I think that's the easiest way to determine that, and the easiest way to rank up if it's not. And guys, that really is it. I mean, that's my advice if you're hard stuck. A lot of people ask me this, like, I mean, literally, like every single day I get asked this question. So I was like, all right, I have to make a video on what to do if you're hard stuck. And it sounds so stupid, right? It's like, oh, just change things up, like completely mix up what you're doing. But it's the truth. And remember, you don't have to play one agent your entire play session. You could switch between a sentinel and a duelist, but it's really important to understand that a lot of times what happens to people is they get so stuck in one role that they don't realize they actually have talents in other roles. And that's the big problem here is trying to figure out if that applies to you. And if it does, well, congratulations. But do not feel trapped. Do not feel stuck in just playing your main. It's really important to be able to branch out. If for nothing else, it helps you so much understand how those other agents work, which will increase your game sense, you know, so much more. So it is beneficial regardless of how you look at it. But just remember, if you're hard stuck right now and you're still listening to this video, please, seriously, try playing different agents and completely changing your play style. If you're a supportive player, try getting aggressive. Or if you're an aggressive player and you keep getting headshot every time you walk around a corner, try playing supportive. Try playing like a Cypher and play on sights, or maybe a Killjoy or something. So regardless though, guys, I really hope that this video helped you, and I hope it sort of allowed me to sort of clarify my thoughts, and hopefully some of you guys feel the same way as me. And I'd love to hear from your own experience if you've tried this yourselves. You know, if you have switched the agents you've played and you found it made a huge difference in your gameplay, let me know. But guys, that's it. That's the video on how to rank up if you're hard stuck. My best piece of advice for you is to change things up. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy and peace.